Good morning and welcome to Coffee and, the longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question of the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsockеtradio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee and panel.
Here we are on Coffee and right here on WOON Radio on the final day of September in the year 2025, September 30th. Thanks for joining us. I'm Joe Callahan. We'll say good morning to Ed Carew from the Carew Investment Group. Good morning, Ed.
Good morning.
Good morning. And Linda Tebow is here as well. Good morning, Linda.
Good morning.
Nice to have the both of you here for this fine Coffee and program on this Tuesday. And Ed, time for our first message from the Carew Investment Group, and then we'll talk Middleborough.
Middleborough. Oh, okay. All right. Thanks, Joe. Good morning, everyone. The Carew Investment Group, phone number 765-8880, and we've got some simple advice about investing. Well, the truth is there is no simple advice about investing. The old days of financial uptrends and downtrends lasting for days, weeks, and months are long gone. Sometimes trends last for only part of a day before changing direction. And investing is not an activity for those who can't take the time to study each twist and turn for the opportunity that it truly presents. Since 1987, we've seen them all, and we'll invest for you the same way we invest for ourselves. Carefully, very carefully. And it won't cost you a nickel to talk about it with us. So call us at 765-8880. Our office is conveniently located at 2190 Menden Road, Suite 3 in Cumberland, Rhode Island. Securities are offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC, and advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
All right, Ed, thanks. Well, unfortunately, this is not a fun story.
What happened
out of Middleborough? And we may have already talked about this because it goes back a couple of months.
Oh.
But a 41-year-old Massachusetts man is under indictment for murder after an argument over steaks. I said I wanted it medium. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
Andrew Horseman is accused of stabbing his mother's boyfriend to death after an argument over a steak dinner on June 28th in Middleborough. The Plymouth County District Attorney's Office said 66-year-old Paul Pormaloo suffered multiple stab wounds. All right. Horseman was indicted on Friday. He'll be arraigned in Brockton Superior Court at a later date. Sound familiar? Does that story sound familiar?
Well, the story sounds familiar,
Okay.
yeah, but it is from a couple months ago. You
It
have
is.
to bring it up again, right?
Well, it made the news again, so once the indictment comes down, here it is again.
Yeah, and when the guy goes to court, you'll bring it up again.
Here it is
Yes,
again.
yes, when he's
That's
arraigned,
right.
yeah.
That's right. So
Yeah,
just-
Anything to pick on Middleborough.
oh yeah. So once it makes it into the news, we're all happy.
People's Republic of,
That's right.
People's Republic of Middleborough.
You don't know these people, do you?
No, I
Oh,
don't.
okay, very good.
Don't have dinner with them, no.
Wow.
They must come from South Middleborough or something. I don't know.
Oh, gosh. But yeah,
Middleborough's a big
it doesn't.
place, you know.
Right. It just doesn't say. I mean, the argument over steaks. I mean, that could be anything.
Yeah.
But it doesn't go into real detail. Those are mine.
Yeah.
You weren't supposed to cook them.
Your steak is bigger than my
Mine,
steak.
yeah.
Oh my God.
You burnt mine. I don't know, but multiple stab wounds. Something else I think is
I'm a
going
little
on
bit
here.
upset with the guy's name, Horseman. They're fighting over steaks. I hope they're just beef steaks.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
All right. So moving on. So Linda, how about those New England Patriots?
How about, huh? How about? I had to
What-
text you.
I know. Linda texted me during the game. They looking good in the
They
first
looked real
half.
good.
I said they're looking real good.
No ball insecurity this week,
No, we
right?
didn't no turnovers, no fumbles. How about that? So
They all looked really good.
Yep.
But
They
did you
all-
notice Henderson did most of the running?
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, but so did
This-
Ramadre.
Yeah, but he didn't start.
No, that's
No,
true. We
no,
didn't.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
but what I'm most happy about is now the Patriots are 2-2
I know.
on the season,
But the
and it
Bills-
doesn't sound like a lot, but it's so much better than 1-3.
Well, sure it is.
And and since they're going to go play Buffalo this Sunday night,
Yeah.
Buffalo's 4-0 and they're really good. Although they didn't have such a great game this past Sunday,
I know.
so we'll see what happens. But I'm anticipating a loss, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
So then they'll be 2-3 instead of 1-4, which I would not be happy with. And then you look ahead to the Patriots' schedule. I go, okay, there's wins that we can get coming up. Saints, we're playing the Saints. We'll play the Jets. We'll play Miami again. We're playing the Falcons, which aren't very good either. I said, okay, so we coming out of Buffalo, we really need to be 2-3, and then we'll just go forward from there.
Yeah.
So I think we're sitting okay. I don't think we win the AFC East. I think Buffalo's running away with it, and but there's always a wild card.
Yeah.
like our Red Sox, who play
like
tonight
the Red Sox, the Yankees,
against the Yankees down there in the Bronx. I don't like the way Major League Baseball does it, but they don't ask me these things because it's a best 2 out of 3. All 3 games are in New York.
All 3 games in New York. Yeah,
that doesn't seem right.
Well, they used to have it. It used to be just one wild card game.
Yeah.
Remember that? That was just a few years ago.
Yeah.
So I guess they figured, well, that's not fair enough. Well, the wild card should really be a series and not just one game because you can always have an off game. So okay, let's make it a best 2 out of 3. And so why they decided, well, the team with the better record gets the whole 3 games. Got to live with it. So okay.
But the last time the Red Sox played the Yankees in New York, they won.
Okay.
Didn't they? They did.
Yeah,
I believe
and
they
that-
did, and I think it was a clean sweep too. Yeah.
And that's good, but
Yeah.
it's the playoffs
Yeah,
and
yeah.
everything
But-
changes.
I had this discussion over the weekend. Remember when that it used to be the team that came in first
Yeah.
and the team that they went on.
Yeah.
And it wasn't all this playoff stuff. And
Well, no. Well, now
but now they make more money.
and that's money. Yeah.
It's all
so
about money.
We gotta
but
have.
remember, they were the first in the division. You were the first. Okay,
So
play
you guys
together.
play. But
But now we have
the
to.
argument for that was sometimes
what?
teams would win like 95 games and didn't go to the playoffs, and they said, well, they really should because they had such a very good season. Yeah, they didn't come in first because someone had 100 wins, but they said to not honor them, but to reward them. Let's make more playoff levels.
They just want to make more money.
Well, with the salaries that they're paying, yeah, they got to get all the games
They've got
they
to
can
get all
get
the
in there.
games.
We need
in
more
they
games.
can.
We need more
But-
games. So okay, but I'm happy with it now because the Sox are in.
Well, and that's a big improvement for the Red Sox that
Yes.
they made the playoffs.
That they made the playoffs because it wasn't
They
looking
made-
good a couple of times throughout the season.
And
so.
Crochet is going to pitch tonight.
Yes.
So.
So, yay for the Sox. I'm glad the game starts at 6
Yeah.
as opposed to 8:30,
Yes,
quarter to 9.
Yes.
So the
yeah,
game will actually end
yeah.
at a decent enough time. So good for that.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
glad all the way around. Sad news yesterday: Rocco Baldelli was fired
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
by the Minnesota Twins after 7 years.
Yeah, but what did they say? 2 seasons in a row.
Well,
and you're
last
gone?
year they weren't that good.
Yeah.
This year they supposedly had gotten better, and they were supposed to really contend
Yeah.
for the American League Central,
Yeah.
and that did not happen.
Yeah.
And then, but now I'm thinking, the decision must have been made by the front office of Minnesota, and said, "That's it. This is Rocco's last year."
Yeah.
Because at the trade deadline, they traded away 10 players, and they got rid of everybody
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
to get money.
Yeah.
So they didn't get in good players. I said, well, so at the trade deadline, we've given up.
Yeah.
We'll let Rocco ride out the rest of the year. We'll fire him at the end of the year.
Yeah.
We'll start over again next year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I also heard this morning that the Texas Rangers have let go their manager.
Bochy.
Yeah.
Really?
So it's possible,
Yeah.
Rocco pops up with another team
Yeah.
if he, wants to, I guess.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. That's what happens in baseball. They just
Yeah.
we move
Yeah.
we move around.
They
Yeah.
do. Yeah.
Oh, look
yeah.
at Francona.
That's right. He's on at least his third team
Yeah, at
right
least.
now.
He was with
So
Cincinnati. He was
Cincinnati
with the
now.
Guardians,
Red Sox.
the Red Sox, and
Yeah.
Thought he was
somebody before that.
I think it was Philadelphia,
I think so.
but maybe not as the manager, but maybe
Yeah.
hitting coach or bench coach of some kind. So I think he'll land on his feet because I think he does a very good job. I just think he was just handed a pile of his bunch of lousy players. Go win.
Yeah. Well.
Because the only worst team that was worse this year was Colorado, and they were really bad. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
you were just handed a lot of just bad players.
Yeah.
So it's too bad. So we'll see if Minnesota turns things around. See if Rocco lands somewhere with another team. Dave had the story this morning. Just keeping on the sports for a little bit. Tiverton High School has to forfeit their high school football season.
Because of the hazing?
No,
No. Why?
lack of players.
Oh, really?
Now it's funny, not funny. North Smithfield wins. North Smithfield was supposed to play Tiverton.
Oh,
They've already won 1-0. That's the score for a forfeited game.
really?
The problem is, from the way I hear it, you're supposed to have at least 25 players on the team. Mm-hmm. They had 25. Unfortunately, hold on, I got to do. Nine of the players are hurt
Oh,
and
so
can't play.
can't play.
Okay, now we're down to 16.
Yeah,
Okay, it's 11 on the side,
yeah.
but now the majority of the kids are playing both sides,
Oh,
which could lead to more injuries.
right.
Yeah.
The other thing is the majority of the 16 that are left, freshmen and sophomores.
Oh,
And it's tough playing football when you're 5'2", and the senior on the other side is 6'3".
yeah, right, yeah.
The potential for getting hurt is
Right,
huge.
yeah.
So the superintendent made the call down in Tiverton. That's it. The season's
season's
over
over.
because we can't afford. Safety comes first, and
Well, of
we
course.
can't afford to have any more people get hurt. We'll try again next year. I don't know if they looked into this.
Be a co-op.
Maybe could they have hooked up with another school?
A co-op, yeah.
Yeah. And can we do that quickly enough?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of that area. Does Little Compton have a team?
Yeah.
I don't know. Newport, Middletown, Portsmouth. They're all in the same kind of area over there. Could they've hooked up with
Yeah.
another team, and that way, at least the freshmen and the sophomores could keep practicing and get better
Yeah.
at playing football. I don't know. Maybe the Rhode Island Scholastic League says no, it's too late to form a co-op team. The season's already started.
Yeah.
So you either play or you don't play. Which do you want to do? And so Tiverton made the decision. That's it. We're all done for this year, which is too bad. It's too bad for the kids
Yeah.
that actually do want to play,
Yeah.
and now can't because the team's been taken away. So, but it happens. It happens. It happened in
yeah.
North Smithfield.
It did.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been.
They went co-op with Mount for a while so they could
For-
form a team, and now,
for a while. Yeah.
but now,
Yeah.
ironically,
Yeah.
Mount has dropped out.
yeah.
And so, but now Tiverton's come back up, and not Tiverton, North Smithfield's come back up, and they
Yeah,
have enough
right,
players
yeah,
just for
yeah.
them. Weird that Mount decided no one over the Mount wants to play football, Ed.
No. Well,
They did at the beginning
yeah, they're a hockey school.
Beginning when?
about 5 years ago.
They did?
And it was the North Smithfield Mount co-op team.
Yeah, they were a co-op
okay.
team.
And then each year, it was less and less Mount kids.
Yeah.
And the last I heard, and I think it was last year, how many Mount kids are on the team? 3.
Yeah.
3. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And North Smithfield was struggling at the time to get to 25. So that's why they hooked up with the Mount.
Yeah.
And but now the numbers are back for North
Back for
Smithfield, so
North
it's just the North Smithfield
Wow,
team.
when
now.
I went to Mount, the only year that they had a football team was the first year that I went,
Yeah?
and then they didn't have it anymore.
Yeah. Well,
Lack of
I-
participation?
I was a Mount St. Charles cheerleader, and so as I went to St. Clair, we were the cheerleaders, and they had football. We had the big Mount Woonsocket football game.
It was
on
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. It was the biggest. They were not good.
The mountain was awful. No, I think
They were not
I
good.
think they won 1 or 2 games. For
Yeah,
the
yeah,
season,
yeah, yeah.
and,
They
you
were
know.
not good, and so. But I mean, they're known for hockey.
All right.
They're known for hockey. That they're a hockey school.
Yeah.
People, kids come from all over to play hockey there. But I remember it was fun. It was fun. We did the whole
When you're
thing
doing
on
the thing, yeah.
Thanksgiving Day, but they never won. They never won.
No.
And I think the year that I'm trying to think, because I was a junior and senior, I was a Mount cheerleader. And I want to say, maybe it was in my senior year, it was the last year that they had a football team.
Yeah. Well, it happens. It's a tough sport, and kids get hurt. And look at the kids that get hurt here in Tiverton.
Well, the thing is, yeah. Well, you know what it is now, too? There are so many sports that the kids can play. You got
Yeah.
your lacrosse, you've got soccer, you've got, just so many. And sometimes the seasons kind of,
Well, they do overlap.
they overlap, and it kind of takes away from one sport.
I remember I played baseball in high school, and the coach would say, "Where's so and so, so and so, and so and so?"
Yeah.
Well, it's still basketball season,
Basketball, right?
and they're in the playoffs, and they're still
Yeah.
playing hoops.
Yeah.
And he rolled his eyes. Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you have to allow for that kind
You
of
do,
thing.
yeah,
All right, they'll
yeah.
be here when the season's over, and they did. The season ended, and
Yeah.
the next practice, those 3 guys showed up. Okay,
Yeah.
let's play baseball. So we're ready to go. All right. It is break time right here. We'll get to not more important, but other items are coming up I hate to rank things in the order of importance, but more subjects are coming up here on the Coffee and Panel. But Ed, it is time for a second message from the Carew Investment Group.
Very important.
This one is just as important as my first one.
That's right. That's right.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks again, Joe. Good morning again, everyone. Are you retired or retiring soon? Well, that's great. Congratulations. You may be retiring, but your money can't afford to retire. I'm Ed Carew of the Carew Investment Group at 2190 Menden Road, Suite 3 in Cumberland, Rhode Island. Excuse me. At the Carew Investment Group, we offer personal investment management of client money, especially from the proceeds of their 401k distribution after they leave the workforce. So to find out more about our services and for professional management of your investments, you can call me or Paul at 765-8880. Securities are offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC. Advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
All right, Ed, thanks. And the Coffee and program will continue here on ON Radio. We ask you to please stay tuned.
ON Radio.
Is your relationship with your bank in a rut? Might be time for someone new. At Navigant Credit Union, we offer better rates, fewer fees, and support that puts you first. Don't put it off. Join Navigant Credit Union today. Federally insured by NCUA.
If you're drowning in IRS debt and can't afford to pay, then you need to take advantage of special IRS tax programs that are available and free yourself from IRS collection efforts once and for all. Due to the financial hardship consumers are facing throughout the country, the Internal Revenue Service has made it easier to settle delinquent tax problems. An open phone line has been established by Community Tax for consumers to call and see if they qualify. Take down this number or store it in your cell phone, but call the Community Tax Helpline, 800-305-6762. If you owe back taxes to the IRS and cannot afford to pay them back, or even if you have years of unfiled tax returns, there's no need to fear anymore. But you have to call the Community Tax Helpline today at 800-305-6762 for the help that you need. Don't take on the IRS alone. They can attack your wages, savings, pension, home, and even your Social Security check. That's 800-305-6762 for your free consultation and to see if you qualify. That's 800-305-6762.
The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee Roasters. All their coffee is roasted right here in Rhode Island. Down East Coffee Roasters is available at all Little General stores.
ON AM and FM.
All right, Coffee and here on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us. I'm Joe Callahan here with Linda Tebow and Ed Carew. And the big question, Ed.
Yes.
Government shutdown. Is it happening? Is it not going to happen?
Well, I don't know. We'll find out at midnight.
At midnight tonight, right?
Yeah.
On the 29th?
Yeah. It appears that it's going to happen.
It looks it's so close this time.
It looks like it's going to happen this time. Yeah.
Okay. Think it'll, just your thoughts, happen for, stay closed for a week, stay just closed for a couple of days, and then they come to some agreement. How long do you see a shutdown happening
I would think
for?
a couple of weeks.
Really? That long, huh? Okay.
Yeah, I would think so. If they go at all.
I'm just going on our national news. Oh, we're drawing a line in the sand. Everybody seems to be ready to hunker down into the trenches.
Well, I think it would be at least a couple of weeks. Could even be longer.
Okay. Now, what does this affect? Does this affect Social Security? Does it? No.
Will not affect Social Security. You're going to
Okay.
get if you're getting a check, you're going to get your check.
Okay. Well, that's good
How
to
it's
know.
going to affect Social Security is that if you're applying for it, or if you're negotiating some disagreement with them, well, there may not be somebody there to argue with.
Same with the IRS?
Yeah, I guess the IRS is in there too.
They'll be closed down for a little while?
I think so. Yeah,
Wow.
I'm not sure about that. There are some agencies that won't close, like Social Security doesn't close. Doesn't close completely anyway. See, Social Security, the way the bill was passed originally, it has no expiration.
Okay.
It's not like we're going to pass a budget and we're going to fund this for 2 years. After that, we're going to fund it again.
Yeah.
There's no expiration date on the original bill for Social Security, so you don't have to worry about that. But it could affect some of the workers.
Well, that's what I was thinking next. All those government workers down in D.C. just stay home, right?
Yes, and the other thing that I've read was that Trump may not call back some of the workers that are going to be furloughed.
But it's not their fault.
I know it's not their fault, but do you think he cares?
He doesn't care.
No. No.
Give him an opportunity to cut down again on
Government
on expenses.
expenses. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay. We had the story yesterday, Linda. You might have heard it. I don't know if Ed, you heard it. Someone in the U.S. House is considering. Let's change the name of Pell Grants to
that
Trump
is
grants.
Terrible.
You don't like the idea?
No.
No. It seems kind of silly, but
I mean, Pell from Rhode Island, for gosh sake,
I know.
she started with those.
yeah.
You know. No.
Okay.
No.
Linda's a no. Ed, did you hear that story
Capital
yesterday?
No, I
No.
didn't hear that.
I
yeah.
was outraged when I saw that. This man, I mean, he was a good senator, and he came up with that. You know.
Well, obviously, most people in Rhode Island are going to be against it because it's Claiborne Pell, and he's a Rhode Island guy, and we want to keep his name on the grants.
I mean, what did Trump do for that?
Well, that's the other argument. What's
He's just
funny
going to
is
do it because he can.
the other argument is, well, why does Trump want to do it when he wants to dismantle the Department of Education? Because it just makes no sense
No.
to name it after him. And I think it's one of those things was, hey, look over here while we do something over here.
Right.
Look at what my right hand's doing, not what my left
Don't
hand's
look
doing.
What the left hand's doing.
So-
yeah. No, usually when something is named after a person,
Yep.
whether it be a street, a building, or in this case, this grant, is because they are so highly regarded and they've done something to make that happen. And they're held in high regard. But he didn't, as you know,
And usually wait till they're out of office, right?
or dead.
Or dead, yeah. They could pass away and something could happen,
but,
sure.
he has done nothing for education.
I'm trying to remember Reagan Airport in Washington, D.C. When was that named Reagan Airport? Was he still alive?
I believe
Or had he passed away?
that's been Reagan Airport for a long time.
Well, I know, but he was president quite a while ago. I just don't remember
I don't remember either.
things when
Well,
when that happened.
Not too long ago, I was at Rita Murphy used to be a staffer with Congressman Cicilline.
Okay.
And she did a lot for constituents, she really did. And they decided to name a street after her in Providence, and it's, Rita Murphy Way. And so I was invited to go, and I was there. And somebody had said, usually you have to be dead for 3 years before they name something after you, but she was held in such high regard. But so that's what I mean. Usually when something is named after a person,
Yeah.
it's because they have done something
yeah.
to make that whatever happen. Except when they, naming rights for the, the big things like the dunk and all that.
Yeah.
That's
Well, they pay for
different.
that.
They
Yeah,
pay
so
for
that's-
that.
yeah, that's
they
different.
pay for that.
Was Reagan Airport previously Dulles Airport? Or is
No.
that two separate
No,
They're two
airports?
separate airports.
separates, yeah, they're
Yeah.
separates, yeah.
I don't know what it was before it was
Yeah.
Reagan International.
But
Maybe
it seems
it's
like it's been
Washington,
Reagan
D.C.
for a long time.
Oh, I know. So I don't know when did they name it for him, before or after
It's
he
gotta look
was
that
in
up.
office. So I don't. Yeah, someone look that up. Okay.
Somebody will call and tell
All
us.
right. So look for the government shutdown tonight, unless something major happens today. So we'll see what happens there.
I don't think it bodes well for.
Staying open.
Staying open,
Yeah.
no.
All right.
There's really no reason for a shutdown
No.
because they want to pass a continuing resolution with nothing added to it. Just let's continue
What we're doing?
what we're doing.
Then why is there a hassle?
I don't know who to listen to on this.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Everybody's got their opinion. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the
their fault,
Democrats
it's
are
their
going to
fault.
blame the Democrats are going to blame the Republicans.
Right,
Yeah.
And they're so busy finger pointing that they
But
can't.
if they're not adding anything to the whatever, we just go, let's just keep moving forward with what we have. I don't see what the problem is.
Well, the problem from what the Republican Senate Majority Leader this morning was on CNBC, and he was saying the problem is that the Democrats want to add 1.5 billion or trillion, I'm not sure, for free health care for illegal people, illegal immigrants.
All right. Well, the
Oh,
Republicans.
that's one
gonna-
of them.
Okay.
That's the biggest thing.
The Republicans will be against that.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
I was-
Okay. Well, I can see that then.
yeah.
So-
Yeah.
All righty. So, all right. So
Now,
we'll
is
see-
that true or not? Who knows?
who knows?
They're a bunch of liars.
Are you reading
Yeah.
it? That's
You know?
that's right.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
all right. Back here in Rhode Island. Be happy we're not in Coventry. I mean, we don't live in Coventry, and that's not because, first of all, two things are now going on in Coventry. Actually, more. But yesterday, first of all, parents send their kids to daycare thinking that everything's going to be fine, and a car crashes through the fence at 4:30 yesterday afternoon. 5 kids in the daycare center end up going to the hospital. Now, luckily, that's not life-threatening. No. So that part's good. But scrapes and bruises, and they're certainly scared.
Of course they are.
To begin with, but it just crashed through the Coventry, the Child Care Plus daycare that's on Tioga Avenue, and there were a dozen kids on the playground. It was 4:30 in the afternoon. That's when parents start coming to pick their kids up, kind of thing. And the car drove through the fence. So, but now the police say the driver was not injured, and is cooperating with the investigation. But they don't say what happened. Was this a medical thing? Was this a thing with the car? Did you miss the stop sign? A red light? It doesn't say what the issue was of why the car crashed through the fence of the Child Care Plus. Now, how close is the daycare to the street? Most of them are set back pretty decently. Not all, but some are. So I don't know.
I don't know that neck of the woods.
All right.
Well, if that's the one that I saw on TV on the news, he crashed through a fence that wasn't where the playground was.
That's right.
Play area.
That's right.
And it looked like it was real close to the
close to the street.
Road. Yeah,
oh, well, okay. Maybe that's just the way it is there. All right. But the other thing going on in Coventry, we can chuckle about it because we're here, not in Coventry. But the town manager there is fighting with the town council there. They don't like each other. And the town council just voted a week or so ago a resolution we got to have it so that we can fire the town manager when we feel like firing the town manager.
They can. They appoint them.
Yeah.
They're the ones that appoint them.
Yeah. And, it is the town manager, right? Yeah, town manager.
Yeah.
So they have to do, like Woonsocket and North Smithfield, they got to do a second round of votes, but it was unanimous the first time.
Yeah.
And the town manager was not at the first round of voting, so it's a woman. I think she can see her days are numbered. But on top of that, Coventry Town Councilor Robert DeLellis has had to resign. He had a DUI arrest last week. It's just when it rains, it pours, right? Rhode Island State Police stopped the District 5 representative on New London Turnpike last Wednesday morning. He was arrested and charged with driving under the influence and refusing to submit to a chemical test. DeLellis was later released on $1,000 personal recognizance. Coventry's town manager has confirmed that DeLellis resigned on Sunday. Special election to replace the councilor has yet to be scheduled. Yeah. So things are going. Things are not going well in that town. So, not that we have to worry about it. But there you go. All right. We a note called in 766-1240. Just says Reagan Airport was named Washington National Airport before it was renamed. And that number, Ed, for the healthcare for the illegals is 1 trillion with a T, not 1 billion. So okay, thank you very much for that.
Oh, I can
that
see
helps.
where they're not thinking that's
Happy
a good
about
idea.
it.
We
don't want to do that. So. All right, so let's take another break here on the Coffee and program. More coming your way. You can call in your comments and questions at 766-1240. And time for the weather forecast, which is being brought to you by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Partly sunny skies today with a high of 74 degrees and light and variable wind. Tonight, mostly clear skies, overnight low of 51. Wednesday's weather, sunshine and 61. Thursday, sunshine and 62. Friday, sunny and 70. Saturday, sunny and 77. Sunday, sunshiny skies and 82 degrees. And next Monday, sunny skies, high near 80.
Outside the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Ave and Kennedy Street, under partly cloudy skies, we have a temperature reading of 55 degrees. Questions about youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit organization, develops better athletes and better people through youth and high school sports. Info at positivecoach.org.
Whether you own a restaurant or an auto repair shop, you need as many customers as you can get. Every business does. Don't limit yourself to one newspaper. Get the power of 2 daily newspapers for the price of 1. The Blackstone Valley's Call and Times deliver customers from all over the valley with just one phone call. Phone 767-8500 for twice the effectiveness over twice the area. The Call and the Times.
Every day in all of our lives, math matters, Rhode Island. Math matters to the architect who designs and oversees the construction of buildings. It matters to the print technician making a precise cut and to the mechanic calibrating the engine in your car. Math matters to educators looking to improve student outcomes and to coaches using data to enhance performance. It's a life skill we need every day. That's why math matters, Rhode Island.
Brought to you by the Rhode Island Broadcasters Association and Always Learning Rhode Island.
All right, Coffee In on ON AM and FM. We thank you for joining us this morning. Joe Callahan along with Ed Crew and Linda Tebow. And, okay, well, they're coming out of the woodwork, people that want to be the Attorney General in Rhode Island, Linda. So the first one to come out is from North Kingstown. He's a state representative, Robert Craven. He's a Democrat. He's running for the nomination for Attorney General. In his video, he said he wants to stand up to the Trump administration and protect Rhode Islanders. Okay. He is the former policy chief for outgoing Attorney General Peter Nerona. I'm sorry, he's not. That's somebody else. Keith Hoffman, the former policy chief for the outgoing Attorney General, is expected to officially launch his campaign at noon today. So that's a second Democrat. He'll be at the pedestrian bridge in Providence if you want to go see him. And a third Democrat from Barrington, State Representative Jason Knight. He's going to kick off his campaign for the Attorney General on Monday, October the 6th. We just have no Republicans in the state.
No, I guess not.
And I do hear that there's actually a Republican running for governor. I can picture her. It's a woman.
Yeah, the
and I can
CBS
picture her.
from CBS.
No, Helena. She's a Democrat.
She's a Democrat?
Yes, she is.
Oh.
So there'll be a primary between her and Dan McKee and anybody else. But there's a Republican woman,
okay.
and I can't remember her name. I've seen her.
Person,
I've seen her picture a couple of times on Facebook. I go, but she's got to start. Well, I mean, the election's not this year, so she's got time. But she really needs to start ramping up and getting her name out there so people know who she is, so they have a choice. But I don't know if there'll be anyone running for AG on the Republican side. At least no one's come out yet.
Wow.
So we'll see if Peter Nerona endorses anybody. He'll probably go with his policy chief. That would make sense to do that. But you never know about these things. So we don't know what goes on behind closed doors, right?
Yeah.
All right. And not that I ever went, and I have actually forgot that there are Showcase cinemas at the Providence Place Mall. Did you know there was a movie theater there? Yeah.
No, yeah.
There's a movie theater.
Yeah.
Well, they're leaving. I mean, that's the whole point of bringing this up.
We didn't miss them then.
Well,
I didn't know they were there.
You still got time. The lease is up January 31st, 2026, and they've notified who's ever the receivership of who's ever the receiver of Providence Place
Mall.
Mall.
Providence Place, yeah.
And says, well, that's it. We're leaving.
Done.
So, and like they've been there since 2000.
Really?
16 screens and an IMAX screen. I said,
really?
I don't ever remember, and I've been to Providence Place Mall maybe a handful of times.
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell you where it is inside the mall. And so not that I ever went there for a movie, but it must be lack of ticket sales, I would say.
Well, there's not a lot of things going on there.
So you can't go to the Showcase cinemas at the Providence Place Mall anymore, Ed.
Never been there.
You done? You never?
Didn't know they were there.
Place Mall.
Never?
Never.
It's confusing in there. Most malls are kind of laid out, kind of like in an oval or a circle, and just go around. Not this place. It's weird, and you really got to know where you're going, or you just be lost. Or you're passing the store you want to go to, going down the escalator. I want to be over there. It's like, well, how do you get? You can't get there from here, kind of thing. So, but anyway, but they're closing up, so they're all done. So let's see other things going on. Marblehead, Massachusetts. 12-year-old girl accused of setting 2 fires at a Catholic church. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. That's according to the...
Deliberately?
Yes.
Wow.
This is according to the police in the investigation of the minor fires at Our Lady of the Sea Church. Makes sense. They're right on the water there in Marblehead. The latest fire happened in the bathroom during the 11 o'clock Mass this past Sunday. Wow. This comes after a minor fire also during the 11 o'clock Mass the previous Sunday. And I guess they think it's the same girl. Doesn't want to go to church. Setting fire in the bathroom.
Or is she in there smoking?
There's no word on whether the girl is in juvenile custody. She may be home with her parents right now. Well, she's accused of setting 2 fires. So it sounds like it's intentional.
Intentional.
And have you heard any more on this, Ed?
No,
you see a lot of the Boston
I
news.
did hear the same thing that you just
Oh,
reported.
okay. So, wow.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder. Are you setting the paper towels on fire? And did this stop? Does it stop mass? I wonder.
Well,
Or do we-
set off the smoke alarms.
Well, it must. Now the water's going off. So wow, that's
yeah.
that's amazing. That
Wow.
when I was 12, I wasn't a big fan of going to church either. But parents made you go, and that's what you did. And you didn't set fire to the church.
No, you didn't. No.
That's terrible. Now, speaking of starting
All I could
fires,
think of was the candles, but no, in the bathroom.
not in the bathroom.
Not in
No,
the
no.
bathroom.
Trying to be sneak. Maybe went in, set the fire, come back out, sit there, look like everything's fine, and then poof, there's a fire. No, we got to go home now. So maybe she didn't think she'd be caught, but all right. Yeah. But also on the North Shore, Ed, up in Beverly, 17-year-old boy accused of starting a fire at a Beverly church.
What
is going on? I know.
with churches?
Firefighters were called to a fire yesterday morning at Pilgrim Cumberland Presbyterian Church. All right. Firefighters were able to quickly bring the fire under control. Police say the team was found in the area, was taken into custody. Investigators say they don't believe there's no connection between the 2 fires, between the one in Marblehead and the one in Beverly, even though they are relatively close to each other up there in the North Shore.
It's not a TikTok thing,
Oh, I hope not.
Well, the kids that jumped off the trestle, in Slatersville there.
Was that a TikTok thing?
That was a TikTok
Yeah.
challenge. Yes,
Okay.
it was.
All right. So,
Yes, it was.
all right. So that we got the 2 fires there. Then out in more kids in trouble in Massachusetts. Not in the Middleborough though, Ed.
Oh, good.
Out in Clinton, Massachusetts, which is west of here. It's near Worcester. Kind of.
Okay.
All right. 13-year-old girl is in juvenile custody after a threat was made to the school. Officials say yesterday they received a call from the FBI about a threat made on social media against Clinton Middle School. Police say the threat involved a potential weapon. The FBI traced the IP address to a home in Clinton, which led them to the juvenile. She's been charged with communicating a threat of a dangerous item under the juvenile code. Sometimes the kids just don't think. And, if you're going to send a message, especially a threatening message, by your email address or by your computer, especially the FBI, they know where it's coming from. That IP address says everything. It's like your mailing address. we know exactly where you are, and we're gonna come
Kids
talk
have
to you.
too much time on their hands.
It makes you wonder, is it because there's a test coming up and I don't want to take the test? And that way off, if there's a threat at the school closes down, we have the day off from school, and we don't have, it's like wishing for a snow day on the day you have a test, right?
Crazy.
It is crazy, but there's just so much other opportunities to try to close the school down now. There's too much opportunity now. But I'm glad they were able to track her down, and
But once again,
gotta
what
make an
will
example.
happen? What
will
will
happen?
happen? Slap on the wrist.
I don't know. Could she be suspended for a week? I don't know. It's like the fights here in Woonsocket.
Yeah.
What will happen?
They were suspended.
They were suspended,
Yeah.
and they have to meet with the superintendent before he will allow them to go back to the school. We had the chairman of the Woonsocket School Committee here, Paul Bourget, who told us some of the people involved in the fights weren't from Woonsocket. They were, but they started in the Central Falls school system, then moved up here to Woonsocket. Those people go back to Central Falls, so they're not coming back to Woonsocket High. So I'm like, well, good for that. If they're supposed to be at Central Falls or another school altogether, I mean, just stay at the other school. Why are you coming up here? I don't get it. So and because it's Clinton, Massachusetts, we're really, unless you want to follow it yourself, Linda, we're really not going to find out what happens to this 13-year-old girl.
But there's a trend. There's certainly a trend happening.
Yeah.
With when you wonder what's going on with these kids.
I don't know. Ed, do you follow Newsmax? Do you watch Newsmax?
No.
No? Okay. Well, then this won't matter.
I mean, I may have seen it occasionally, but
Okay.
I don't follow it.
Okay. I know some people do, because you get your CNN and your MSNBC, and they're your left-wing news. Mm-hmm. And you get your Newsmax, you get your Fox News, and you got One American News. Are they still in a thing?
I think so.
Okay. They're more your right-wing news organization. Mm-hmm. So Newsmax is more to the right. But a Boston law firm is suing them. Boston.com reports that Todd and Weld law firm filed suit against the media outlet allegedly unpaid legal bills of over $400,000. Todd and Weld was the lead trial counsel for Newsmax in both the Dominion and Smartmatic lawsuits, in which the voting system companies alleged that statements made during the Newsmax coverage of the 2020 presidential election were defamatory and false. This is going to go on forever and ever and ever before this thing is ever settled. So unless they settle quickly, but yeah, they're going after that news organization. So there you go. I don't know. We can sue for anything, right? I don't like the way you're looking at me. So okay. So back here, well, not back this way, but a little closer to home. I saw the story yesterday, and it's bizarre, and it happened in Attleboro, and it's a Massachusetts couple in Attleboro. Reportedly last week, they said, "Oh, we found this abandoned dog on the street in a cage," and they went in and they told a convenience store clerk in Attleboro that they found the small dog in a cage on the side of the road. So someone called the police. Let's come down and take a look at the dog. But after a review of security video, investigators determined the couple fabricated the story, and they admitted they lied to the local newspaper. The local newspaper is the Attleboro Sun-Chronicle, which is owned by the Blackstone Valley Call-and-Times, which owns the Westerly Sun. They're all owned by the same corporation, okay? The woman had reportedly agreed to adopt the young Yorkshire Terrier. Those are tiny,
They're
aren't they?
little tiny.
They're little tiny
adorable.
dogs, okay.
Yeah.
And then took it home. And the husband was not happy. He said, I don't want a dog. And so now what do we do? So they came up with this story that we found it by the side of the road. Now the Attleboro Sun-Chronicle reported police said the couple will not face charges. I guess they haven't done actually anything illegal. But if you don't want your animal, can't you just bring it to the animal shelter in your town
That's
and
all
say,
you need to do.
Here you go.
Yes.
We don't want it, or we can't care for it anymore. You can give it, I don't know, any reason you want. But you don't have to. Why are you making up a story?
Yeah.
It doesn't, unless you want to get your name in the newspaper. Though I don't know why that's such a big deal anymore. But it's just weird.
Yeah, and little Yorkies are very expensive little dogs, so they would get adopted in a heartbeat.
Would they? Okay. Well, she adopted it, so she probably paid money.
She probably did.
So,
usually when you rescue, there's a fee involved,
Yeah.
But,
so, no word on where the Yorkshire Terrier is now. It's probably in the animal control in Attleboro. I'm sure someone will come along and pick it up. So
they're a desirable little dog.
Are they?
They're adorable.
Okay.
My sister used to have 3 of them.
Yeah. At the same time?
But they're
Okay.
But they're yippy. They're terriers, so they're like
Yip, yip, yip.
spicy little things, Yeah.
All right. Let's take another break here on the Coffee and Program, but more coming your way. You've got it tuned into ON Radio. This is the Coffee and Program.
ON Radio.
If you're drowning in IRS debt and can't afford to pay, then you need to take advantage of special IRS tax programs that are available and free yourself from IRS collection efforts once and for all. Due to the financial hardship consumers are facing throughout the country, the Internal Revenue Service has made it easier to settle delinquent tax problems. An open phone line has been established by Community Tax for consumers to call and see if they qualify. Take down this number or store it in your cell phone, but call the Community Tax Helpline, 800-305-6762. If you owe back taxes to the IRS and cannot afford to pay them back, or even if you have years of unfiled tax returns, there's no need to fear anymore. But you have to call the Community Tax Helpline today at 800-305-6762 for the help that you need. Don't take on the IRS alone. They can attack your wages, savings, pension, home, and even your Social Security check. That's 800-305-6762 for your free consultation and to see if you qualify. That's 800-305-6762.
ON AM and FM.
It is Coffee In right here on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us with Joe Callahan. That's me, Ed Crew, and Linda Tebow. And, well, it's starting today. We'll see if it goes anywhere. 2 daily flights between Logan Airport and New Bedford
I saw that.
Regional Airport start today. It's a 35-minute flight. Seems like it should be shorter
Yeah.
to me.
Between where?
New Bedford and Boston.
Yeah.
It's a half an hour flight.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, they must be flying slower.
Yeah.
Because I'm used to
It's
go
a
being
small
up.
plane.
It's a
Did you
small
say
plane, yeah.
plane? Yeah.
Because I'm used to being in the jets.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
if you get
But I
on
mean,
like
yeah.
American
Well,
Airlines
they're
and you
not
go,
going to go 35,000 feet in the air.
Well, no, they're
for
not.
that distance, you
And
know.
plus, they have to go up. That takes time going. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
but I just remember flying. If you fly from Boston to Philadelphia,
Yeah.
which is quite farther than New Bedford to Boston, that's only 50 minutes.
50 minutes, right. I remember flying
So,
from Providence
yeah.
to
So anyway,
Washington, yeah.
The 35-minute flights on Cape Air
Yeah.
will depart New Bedford at 8:15 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon. And departures from Boston will be at 1 in the afternoon and 6:40 at night.
Yeah.
Tickets are available online. You go to capeair.com if that's what you want to do. I guess just another much easier way to get to Logan Airport. You don't have to deal
Well,
with
that's what they're
traffic.
saying, because you don't have the traffic.
Yeah.
And then I think the check-in, you know, you've already been
Yeah, you've already
through
gone.
Oh, through
secure.
TSA?
You already,
Yeah.
You had
you
New
already
Bedford?
went
Oh,
through TSA.
that'll be a
yeah.
lot quicker,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, that's what they're
Okay.
promoting. No hassle.
Any
Yeah,
any
I've seen that on TV.
Yeah.
any idea on price?
Nope.
No.
I'm wondering. I wonder what the round trip would
no.
be. Okay. All right. Ready to get your blood boiled, Linda?
What?
Officials say a former nurse
Mm-hmm.
is accused of stealing sedatives from Nashville hospitals, never had a license to practice that was issued in Tennessee. Crazy, huh? Wow. Court documents show the State Board of Nursing granted Marissa Jean Denton multi-state privileges based on a Maryland nursing license, but that was revoked in November of last year. Authorities say Denton went into St. Thomas Midtown and Vanderbilt hospitals dressed in scrubs earlier this month and posed as a nurse before removing propofol. What's that?
It's a sleeping med.
Okay.
Yeah.
From bags in patients' rooms with a plastic syringe. She also accused of taking sedatives while working at a hospital in Hopkinsville, Kentucky last year.
Wow.
Bold, huh?
But very bold. Very
A
bold.
multi-state license? Is
But
that what
there's
you
no
call it?
Yeah.
such. Yeah. no.
Granted, show the State Board of Nursing granted her multi-state privilege based on a Maryland nursing license. So you get it in Maryland, you can go here, 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 and here. They must have a reciprocal agreement, but maybe not in Tennessee. But the whole thing was revoked
But
in
that's
Maryland.
And the thing is, shame on them, because everybody know. All you have to do is go online. You can see who has their valid nursing license. It's not like the old days where you had to track them down.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, it reminds me of a story I read last week. This is an ICE story. They ICE are arrested in Illinois. One of them, a superintendent of schools, saying he's a fugitive in Guyana. And when they caught him in his car, they were chasing him in his car, and then he made a run for it on foot, and the dogs got him. But in the car, $3,000 in cash, and I think a knife. with him. He was making a run for it. And the question comes out, how did this man get to be the superintendent of schools without doing a background check?
Right.
So there's real questions in that county in Illinois. They're like, what? How in the world did this happen? So, but yeah, so
Wow.
crazy about that, huh? Stealing. Well, she knows what she's going for. I don't know if she needs it for herself or she's going to sell it.
Or she sells it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
all right.
But I mean, that's crazy.
Yep. All right. Well, according to the next story, there's not much to do, I guess, in Anchorage, Alaska.
Not surprising. It's a little chilly there.
A little cold,
A little
midnight
barren,
sun.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But the Anchorage area has seen 11 pedestrian deaths so far this year, and most of those involve some sort of impairment on behalf of the driver or the pedestrian. They're walking around impaired. Police says around 40% of drivers and 85% of pedestrians killed were impaired.
Wow.
Since last year, the department has seen a jump in fatal pedestrian vehicle collisions. In 2024, 15 people were hit and killed by vehicles. And in 2022, Alaska had the highest rate of DUI arrests per capita in the nation. Wow. Like I said, there's not much to do, I guess, in Anchorage, Alaska. In that, except, sit around and drink. Isn't that crazy what's going on up there? Wow. All right. For those of you that are wondering, you want to take a guess? Safest state for online dating. It's not Alaska. I'm going to leave Alaska out. It's also not Rhode Island. So, okay.
No.
You're in luck if you're single and live in Vermont.
Really?
Yeah. The website Privacy Journal says it's the safest state in the country for online dating. Now, the site considered the number of reported romance scams, ID theft, fraud, sex offenders, and STD reports per 100,000 population. And they're at the lowest. Maine, New Hampshire, Iowa, and Kentucky took the next 4 spots. All right. But now comes most dangerous states.
Don't say Middleborough.
Well, that's not a state, though. No, Mass didn't make it.
Okay.
So, the first state kind of makes sense. Nevada, to me.
Well, Sin City.
Yeah.
So, there you go. So there's a lot going on. Alaska, how about that? Now they got something else to worry about.
Alaska.
Yeah. Well, all that drinking, all that impairment
yeah.
going on up there. Wow. And Georgia. They're
Georgia.
not the unsafest states.
Really?
Yeah. So, okay.
Not a concern of mine.
No?
That ship has sailed.
We've had this story over the last a couple of days.
52 years of wedded bliss.
Has it always been bliss? People always say that.
No, you know what? It doesn't last 52 years based on bliss.
Oh.
You get your ups and your downs and
All right.
compromise, and all the rest is history.
I don't know if you heard this story yesterday, but Hillshire, the food company,
Yep.
Ed,
Yeah.
the recalls of corn dogs and sausage on a stick,
Yep.
58 million pounds. Wow. This is nationwide, obviously.
Wow.
But that's a lot of corn dogs.
Yep.
And a lot of sausage on. I actually haven't. I've
They
never
were
seen sausage on a
recalled, so
stick.
that many people bought corn dogs.
Well, they haven't
I mean-
bought them, but they're
Oh.
out there to sell.
Oh, okay, but they
Now we're gonna
pulled
pull
them
them all-
off the
we're gonna
car.
pull them all back.
Okay, they're pulling them all back.
The
okay.
products are potentially contaminated, which makes sense, with splintered wood
Yeah.
in the meat.
Oh, okay.
And
Little label Jimmy Dean.
Jimmy Dean is one, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, and there's another one too.
Yeah. So potentially contaminated with splintered wood that's already injured at least 5 people.
Really?
Gee, you think you're gonna, corn dogs are very good. They're delicious. They're not good for you.
No, they're not.
but they are delicious. But anyway,
You like them, yeah.
you don't like them, Ed?
I had one once, and I said,
No?
well, I'm never having this again.
Really?
I tried them
Oh.
one time. I didn't think they were good at
No,
all.
no.
Wow.
Yeah? What do you
I
put?
really
do you
like
put
them.
like ketchup
I
and
put
stuff?
nothing. I put nothing on it.
You put nothing on it?
No
huh?
mustard, no ketchup, no mayonnaise, no vinegar, nothing. Give it to me
nothing.
straight.
Yeah, straight
You're
up.
Bite into it.
Yeah.
You thought so?
Yeah, yeah.
I thought the one I had was really good.
Really?
But
Yeah.
anyway, the problem is, it's like eating a fudgicle or a popsicle. Okay, you worry about the wood part,
Yeah.
as you get closer to wood. So if you're biting into it, especially the tip, you're not expecting to start chewing on wood. And I guess this is what has happened. So 5 people injured for biting into these things and cutting up the inside of their mouths. The recall affects products that were packed between March 17th and September 26th. That's a really long period of time. And sold nationwide. Consumers are asked to throw out the products or take them back to where they were purchased for a refund. I've never seen the sausage on a stick, but corn dogs I have.
Did we ever hear about that with fudgicles and popsicles? Oh.
No, you never hear of that. So
Maybe kids are smarter than the
Or-
average bear we knew.
or maybe
Don't eat the wood in the stick.
maybe Hillshire is using a less reputable wood plant
Product.
We don't want the ones that splinter. We need them to stay together.
I mean, kids have been having fudgicles and
But it must be happening during the production process, where pieces of the wood
pieces of it come
are
off
splintering
and splint
off, and now it's up in the product.
In the product itself. Okay.
As they're processing it, and then
Okay.
wrap it up and box it up and ship it out.
Oh.
And so you bring them home, heat them up, take a bite, and then
All right.
what's this? What's going on?
Okay.
Why am I bleeding? This shouldn't be happening at all. So, all right. So that's so just be careful. Wow, and you don't like corn dogs, huh? They're a staple at fairs and things like that.
I know. I'm not and it seems like when you see people eating them, they're really enjoying them. So one time I said, I'll try it.
So you try it, and it says no.
Yeah, no.
Well,
no.
it's cornbread wrapped around a hot dog.
Yeah, huh?
No.
Yeah.
Maybe
Well,
you gotta
see,
put
and
hot,
it sounds like it should be good.
Yeah, no, it does.
It doesn't. It
like
sound
this?
like it
Right,
should
I
be
like
good.
hot
Yeah,
dogs.
me
Put it
too.
together, it should be all right.
Yeah.
Did you put ketchup or mustard on it?
Well,
or
I
something
saw
like that?
some people putting ketchup.
Yeah.
But
I don't remember.
yeah, not my cup of tea. No.
All right. So President Trump says he will slap a 100% tariff on films produced outside the United States. In a Truth Social post on Monday, the president said, quote, "Our movie-making business has been stolen from the United States of America by other countries, just like stealing candy from a baby." And he's kind of right. A lot of movies are made, a lot of TV shows are made in Canada because it's cheaper. And they just go film up there. So,
But yet they come to Rhode Island to make movies.
well, and they do.
They do.
You hear about the new Hallmark movie?
Which one is it?
Do you watch the Hallmark Christmas movies?
I do.
Okay.
Oh, that's right, in
There's-
Newport.
there's a
gonna be
Christmas in
Newport.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yep,
Yeah.
this year, and they filmed down at the 3 of the mansions.
Yeah.
One of them was the Breakers.
Yeah.
And there was something else in Newport that they were filming at.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where.
Yeah.
But I can already tell you the plot if you want to hear
Well,
it.
everybody, yeah. Boy meets girl, boy
They're always the same.
ends up boy
Yeah,
kisses girl,
yeah.
everybody's happy. But usually the scenes, like now Newport's beautiful. That
Yeah.
would be nice to see.
Especially when it's made up for Christmas.
For Christmas,
especially
you
the
can't
mansions.
beat it.
Yeah.
The mansions. So you know.
But Trump goes on to say California has been particularly hard hit and criticized Governor Gavin Newsom
Well, of course he
as as weak and incompetent, among other things. And it's not immediately clear how the tariff would be implemented. Trump first threatened to impose a tariff on films back in May. So how does it translate to the consumer? If you want to go see a film,
it's going to cost you a lot more money. It already.
so if you want to
costs a
see
lot.
film A that was made in the United States, that's only going to be, I forget how much movies go for. Let's make it $15. But film B was made in Canada or United Kingdom, let's say, that's going to cost you $25. Is that how that's going to work?
Who knows?
I don't know. I don't know how it's going to be implemented.
Doesn't it work like that with other movies? You go
No.
see this movie, it's
Well-
$10, but if you want to see this really, really popular one, it's $15.
I thought it was.
I mean, I don't know.
Here-
I haven't been to
here-
a movie in a long time.
I know. Here's the new movie. It's making its debut this weekend.
Yeah.
Okay, that one you're going to pay more money for because it's brand new.
Okay.
And after it's in the theater for a little while, okay, now we shift it over to this theater and the price drops. I thought that's how they did it, by time, not by where it was made.
No, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
But I think I've always thought they had different prices for different films.
Yes,
And
depending
part
on when
of
they
it
come
be-
out.
Yeah, it could be because something has just come out.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how they figure it out.
But maybe it's different. So,
And how are they going to figure it out when most of the people watch movies
Online. I don't know.
Streaming. They're going to figure out how to do it.
Well, your price is going to go up.
Netflix going to say, "Oh, you're going to watch that movie? That'll be an extra buck for this month."
You know, it could be because and this drives me crazy because I do have Amazon Prime, and I got this set of movies that I can watch. But if I want to watch this set of movies, I got to pay more. Well, why? I already have Amazon Prime. Why can't I get all the movies? No one can answer that for me.
No.
It bugs me. So, here's the movie you don't want to see. You can watch that one for free because it's included in the price. Oh, the movie you want to see? No, you got to pay more for that. It's like, no, you're not watching that. All right, that'll do it for the show for today. Thank you very much for listening in. As always, appreciated. Ed Crew, thanks for coming in today.
Thanks for inviting me.
All right, and Linda Tebow, thanks for being here.
My pleasure.
All right, this is Joe Callahan. Have a great day, everyone. Stay tuned for Gary Smith and the Crew. Do you remember us coming up after the 9 o'clock news on ON Radio?
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio. And now, the news.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. An unprecedented gathering of U.S. military commanders are hearing from the president this morning. The president will insist the purpose of the meeting is celebratory, but it sparked questions as to why generals and flag officers from around the world were summoned to Virginia. Hundreds of generals, admirals, and their senior enlisted leaders were called to attend by Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth last week with no stated reason